Hello, it's a pleasure having you join us at the news at the hour. Thanks. I am Priscilla Iwurum. President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday ordered the immediate evacuation of all Nigerians who are willing to return home from South Africa following the xenophobic attacks on foreign nationals. Buhari gave the instruction when he received the report of the special envoy to South Africa, Ambassador Ahmed Abubakar, Director General National Intelligence Agency at the Presidential Villa Abuja. Expressed the deep concern of President Buhari and Nigerians about intermittent violence against Nigerians and their property and businesses' interest in South Africa. He said the president stressed the need for the South African government to take visible measures to stop violence against citizens of broadly African nations. Buhari had, in the wake of the xenophobic attacks by South Africans against foreigners, including Nigerians, sent the NIA bus at his special envoy to South Africa between Thursday, September 5th to Saturday, September 7th. In a related development, Chairman and CEO of Air Peace, Alan Onyema, the airline that offered to bring back Nigerians willing to return home from South Africa, that the first batch of 320 Nigerians for evacuation from South Africa abroad, Air Peace Airline is expected to arrive at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport on Wednesday. According to Onyema, these 320 is the first batch of the over 700 Nigerians so far captured to be brought back home by the indigenous carrier and will touch down at the cargo wing of the Lagos airport in collaboration with the airport and other security agencies. He said the aircraft deployed for the operations and its crew will depart Nigeria on Tuesday to return Wednesday afternoon and will return to South Africa Wednesday to return with other Nigerians that could not be accommodated in the first batch. In its continued efforts to ensure food sufficiency, enhance agriculture and livestock production, improve the efficiency and effectiveness of small-scale producers, and to promote the agribusiness sector in the ECOWAS sub-region, the West and Central African Council for Agricultural Research and Development, in its national stakeholder meeting in Abuja on Monday, reviewed its policies and programs in order to ensure availability and accessibility of agriculture inputs across its value chain. Our Greek correspondent Samuel Akman gives us details.
The West and Central African Council for Agricultural Research and Development, WICAD, also known as CORAV, is composed of the National Agricultural Research Systems of 23 countries to ensure a sustainable improvement of the competitiveness, productivity, and market of the agricultural system of West and Central Africa by meeting the major demands of target groups of the sub-regional research system.
Look at issue that borders on agri-input supply in the West African sub-region. Particularly, we are in Nigeria to facilitate a stakeholder meeting that will look at what are the challenges with respect to availability, accessibility, and the use of agri-inputs for improved agricultural productivity in the West African sub-region, and particularly in Nigeria. We want to see whether improved seeds are available. If they are not available, what are the challenges? How can we make them available?
The national event, which was held in Abuja, drew participants, consultants, stakeholders, government representatives, among others, who discussed the way forward in terms of ensuring availability and accessibility of agricultural input across its value chain and review of policies and programs.
To interact with stakeholders, to find out what are the challenges, to find out what are the success stories that they currently have within the country, and then use whatever information we have obtained from Nigeria and from other countries that we have visited to develop an agri-input strategy for West African and the Sahel region to enhance food productivity, increase food productivity, that will enhance food security. That is the essence of our meeting in this place.
Meeting on agri-input development or sector in the Western Sub-Saharan Africa, and this event is to look at a review of policies, both existing and current policies, and to come out with ways whereby we can improve on our policy with regard to agricultural input, to help farmers in Nigeria and the West Africa as a whole.
CORAF WICAD participatory methodologies cover livestock, fisheries and aquaculture, staple crops, non-staple crops, natural resource management, biotechnology and biosafety, policy, market, trade, knowledge management, capacity strengthening, and coordination.
We are discussing today issues of inputs, whether it is seeds, whether it is fertilizer, whether it is livestock input, whether it is fishery and aquaculture input, whether it is feeds, all those things that has to do with inputs all around the agricultural value chain.
And the beauty about this project is that we are into research. I know research is the future of this country. Without research, you cannot have quality seeds. So we research, disseminate the research finding to farmers for adoption that will lead to improved agricultural productivity.
Samuel Akwan, TVN News.
Operatives of the Nigerian Navy have arrested 2 fishing trawlers for alleged illegal activities in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. The Nigerian flagged vessels Banali V and Olokun V were allegedly caught with variety of fishes despite being licensed for inshore shipping. He said the activities of the fishing vessels were defected by the NN Falcon Eye surveillance system, adding that the NNS Unity and thereafter deployed to intercept them. According to Director Naval Information Commodore Suleiman Dahun, the vessels were arrested around Antan Field, 21 nautical miles off the Nigerian coastline, a distance they had no business at. Up next is the business news, and Chiwendo is on standby.
Welcome to TVN Business on Television Nigerian. I'm Chiwendo Osisiago. The Petroleum Products Pricing Regulatory Agency on Sunday said Nigeria currently has 83,898,511 liters of aviation fuel. It also said the country has 210,850,457 liters of petrol. The Executive Secretary, PPRA, Abdulkadir Sadi, who stated this in Abuja, explained that the country presently has 38 days sufficiency of aviation fuel. He said available data after the close of work on Friday indicated that the inland stock stood at 40,032,066.67 liters, while marine stock stood at 43,866,444.44. On the availability of PMS, the PPRA boss hinted that between Monday and Friday last week, the country was supplied 210,850,457. He said diesel discharges were also made into the country, adding that the breakdown showed a total supplies of 32,807,483 liters of diesel were delivered. Nigeria and Cameroon have agreed to strengthen trade relationship to enhance free flow of goods and services while using the small and medium enterprises of both countries to achieve this. To achieve this, the federal government, through the Small and Medium Development Agency and the Standard Organization of Nigerian SAN, has stated that the strengthening of ties with Cameroon on the development of micro, small, and medium enterprises of both countries. The organization said that the weekend that the initiative is also to facilitate a seamless exchange of goods and services between both countries in conjunction with the Small and Medium Enterprises Promotion Agency and the Standards and Quality Agency, both of Cameroon. SMADA Director of Policy, Partnership and Coordination, Dr. Friday Opara, said the visit was at the instance of SMAPA as part of their tour to the country. It canvassed an open exchange of ideas to enable the SMAPA delegation gained from Nigerians' rich experience in standardization and quality assurance support to small enterprises. The Managing Director of Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN Usman Muhammad, has said part of the $1.66 billion secured from the World Bank and Japan International Cooperation Agency is being used to develop and upgrade facilities within the Lagos-Osun state axis. It said the cash is highest grant that has ever been received in the power sector, adding that it raised $1.661 billion so far for investment in transmission and are putting it across the country. The TCN chief said the company has been using part of the fund to carry out interventions in transmission arm of the power value chain across the country. He said one of such interventions is within Lagos and Ogun State, which are the nation's industrial hub. He stated that with the fund, the firm has raised the capacity of transmission from 5,000 megawatts to 8,100 megawatts at the last stipulation done in December last year. And that's what we have for you today on TVN Business Updates. I am Chiwende Osisiago.
Thanks for staying tuned. This is still the news on the hour. Moving on, Daughters of Chibok, a virtually reality documentary on life in Chibok, a Borno State community without the remaining 112 abducted schoolgirls, has won an award in the United States of America, courtesy of the Venice Film Festival. The film, produced jointly by a filmmaking firm, VR 360 Stories, and a Yola-based regional non-governmental organization. The Northeast Humanitarian Hub portrays the life in Chibok through the home of a mother, Yana. The virtual reality mode of Daughters of Chibok differentiates it from the more widely known regular documentary productions in the sense of its capacity to virtually take the viewer from wherever he is to the scenes which he sees as vividly as if he were there. We say big congratulations to the chief executive of VR 360 Stories and producer of the film, Joel Benson. President Muhammadu Buhari has joined Nigerians and basketball fans all over the world in celebrating the Tigers for a successful outing at FIBA World Cup 2019, where they defeated China 86-73 and securing a place for Olympics 2020. The president Buhari, in a statement by the Special Advisor on Media and Publicity Chief Femi Adesina, congratulated the team for the energetic, resilient and skillful outing that saw them outplaying and outpacing opponents during the tournament, and assured the team that the nation remains proud of them. He commended officials and technical hands for the commitment and investment in ensuring that the Tigers emerged victorious with all the odds of playing against China before home fans in Guangzhou. And that's all in the news at the hour on Television Nigerian. Thanks for watching. I am Priscilla Iwerm.